Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be discussing my theory about how it's like to be an infected and the many side effects it has. Every infected in the game are all unique and have an interesting story behind them. But before we get into this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Anyways, let's get this started. So we all know that Georgie was the only member of the Piggy family that did not get infected. The other family members got infected though, and they came back looking and acting weirder than usual. The infection also gives the victim a pair of glowing eyes. The first things I want to point out is that the family started acting weird as soon as they got home, meaning that they either got injected with cocaine or anything else that helped with their overall ability to be drunk prior to getting home. This also makes sense because cocaine can actually prevent people from talking, and as we all know, the infected can't talk. Since Mr. P created the infection and started an entire worldwide infection, we can all say that Mr. P is Mexican. This is where I think Breaking Bad comes into play. Mr. P is obviously selling drugs to little minors and also full-on adults. Walter White also used to sell drugs for money, so knowing this information, I think that Mr. P and Walter White could be best friends. Also, let's consider that Breaking Bad takes place in New Mexico, so this gives even more evidence that Mr. P is Mexican. Anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is how the infected have glowing eyes. I believe that this is because they turn Australian after they consume the cocaine. According to the internet, Australian animals can have glowing eyes, but not all of them are just Australian. There are also people with different colored eyes. This is called heterochromia. People with two different colored eyes like this can be caused by the person having diabetes. Also meaning that characters like Polly, Glitchy, Gold Piggy, Yesty, the Insulin's Toilet, etc. have diabetes. We all know that there are some characters thought that these orange eyes, called the Insulins, which are these beings in which they are like different weird versions of pre-existing infected. These are called insulin's eyes. According to the internet, the word insulins means that they were, and I quote, absolute bad. This overall makes sense because the insolents were the most overpowered species in the whole Piggy game. I have a theory on this part too, just hear me out on this. Dark Deception is a single player game in which you are tasked by a character named Bierce to collect soul shards throughout the game. Every nightmare has a different monster that have different abilities. The monster I want to focus on right now is Agatha. Notice how in Book 2 chapters 9 and 12, there are characters that are able to teleport around the map. Notice how they are also part of the insolents, meaning that they are pretty bad. Agatha from Dark Deception gains the ability to teleport in Zone 2 of Elementary Evil, meaning that the Dark Deception universe and the Piggy universe are connected. This also means that Agatha, Distorted Piggy, Marcus are all special in a unique way from their other counterparts. And this also makes all of the Insolence members, including the Insolence Toilet, bad. Now I want to talk about these types of infected right here. These are what I call the Ombers. These are a type of infected that are just black and white connected to them. Now these reminds me of a game called Steal a Brain Rot. This game is about stealing Italian brain rots and putting them in your base. Once they're in your base, you have to keep them in your base. There's a mutation in this game called yin-yang brain rots. These brain rots consist of only black and white colors, meaning that in some sort of way, believe it or not, every member of the Ombers are trans. Because yin can be that you act like a girl, but yang means that you act like a man. So think about it like this. Jonathan and Dude mixed together make yin-yang. Also, along with this information, the Ombers are a mix of African and European, because black and white means mix. I also want to talk about what I think is in the potion. Hear me out on this. I have a feeling that there are possibly laxatives in the potion. Why, you might ask? Well, have you been noticing that almost every infected is slow and there's a bunch of dust on their clothes? Well, I feel like on consumption of this potion result in them immediately shitting themselves. Notice how some of the dust is mainly on the bottom of a character, and it just looks like shit stains. That's what I mean. The infected would have no way to think amongst themselves to take a shit because they're only driven to exterminate any uninfected person. This would also make sense on why they walk so slow. Because when they on themselves, they feel the general dookie in their pants and can't find a way to wiggle it out. Now the last thing we really need to focus on is the dookie itself. Notice how brown and moisty that the poop looks while it's in the toilet. Now you might be wondering now, why the actual are we focusing on the dookie? Well, I think we should because it is dark brown. Now I have another theory about this. All the infected are healthy because according to the internet, dark brown poop is healthy. Now in conclusion, I think drinking the potion has side effects of shotting yourself, turning Australian, having diabetes, being a mix of African and European, turning trans, being special, taking laxatives, taking cocaine. Anyways, that was my video on the infection and the many side effects that it could have. Let me know in the comments what you think about this theory and other side effects you think could possibly be in this infection, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching.